explain you all again the same topic, menstrual cycle. Now children, before moving to the topic, let us recall this diagram which we discussed in the topic oogenesis. Now this was your primordial follicle. Primordial follicle, these were the stages before the birth. If you remember, I told you all that the development of the ovum starts long before when the fetus is in embryonic stage in the mother's womb. So these are the changes inside the mother's womb in before birth. Now here you can see that I have drawn the diagrams which are showing the changes in the follicles in the primary oocyte from puberty till the menopause. So children, if you remember, I told you all that the primary oocyte gets surrounded by granulosa cells and they convert into primary follicle. Then it develops into secondary and tertiary follicle and changes into Graafian follicle, which is a mature follicle. Now ovulation occurs, ovum is released out from Graafian follicle. Now the Graafian follicle gets maintained and it changes into corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum is responsible for the secretion of progesterone hormone if fertilization occurs. But if fertilization is not occurring, then what happens? The same Graafian follicle gradually, slowly, it gets degenerated into white scar-like structure called as corpus albuminans. Children, this whole structure is responsible, it is playing a very important role in the process of menstrual cycle. Now let us first have a summary of the menstrual process, then we will be moving to the stages. Now children, you know that this menstrual cycle, it occurs in humans, apes and in monkeys. Now this process is a cyclic process. It is a cycle. The cycle which is starting from an event and going ahead with the similar such type of process and again finishing it up again on the same event. So here your menstrual cycle is an event where the cycle starts with the event called as menstruation, then it moves to the different stages and again it ends up at the same event, menstruation. So the cycle is moving, the cycle is starting from an event over here and this event is menstruation, and then again it is following different stages and it is again ending up at the menstruation. So your menstrual is a cycle where this process starts with from one menstruation and ends to the next menstruation. Now children, this menstrual cycle has two phases, one at the beginning and the other at the end. In the beginning, as soon as the puberty is attained among the girls, that stage is called as menarche. Menarche is the first menstrual cycle when at the age of 12 to 13 years. When the girls attain the age of 12 to 13, when they enters into puberty, when they have your first menstrual, that is called as menarche. And throughout the reproductive life, at the end, when your menstrual cycle is getting over, at the age of 45 to 50 years among the women, that stage is called as menopause. So, your menstrual cycle is completed in two phases, menarche and menopause. Menarche is the beginning and menopause is the end of menstrual cycle. Now, this whole process is controlled by different secretions like hormones like your progesterone, estrogen. There are various types of hormones which are playing important role and controlling the process of menstrual cycle. And this whole process in the the girls, in the women's, it lasts for 3 to 5 days. Children, I told you all that every month the girls, the women's, they attain menstrual cycle, and this menstrual cycle is a period of 28 or 29 days, and in this 28 to 29 days the actual menstrual period ends for 3 to 5 days. So this is one again important point among the females. Then what happens actually, that through which your menstrual cycle occurs, it is your breakdown of endometrium lining. I have discussed in the last video in detail that how the endometrium lining present inside the uterus gets damaged, it gets ruptured, blood vessels are ruptured and the blood oozes out in form of bleeding and it is released through the vagina of the females. So this was the complete summary actually which is taking place inside the process of menstrual cycle. Now let us children move ahead and see that how hormones are activating the menstrual cycle process. Now on the right side of my board you can see that I have drawn this chart, and the chart is starting with the first gland, that is your hypothalamus, and then hypothalamus is connected to anterior pituitary lobe. Now children, these two endocrine glands are located inside the brain. Now pituitary lobe is called as the master gland, and this master gland is controlled by your hypothalamus. Now children, this hypothalamus secretes your gonadotropin hormone, that is your GnRH. So hypothalamus, by secreting gonadotropin releasing hormone, it commands anterior pituitary lobe to secrete two different types of hormones called as follicular stimulating hormone FSH, and then your second hormone, luteinizing hormone, that is your LH. Then what is the role of these hormones? What is the role of FSH and LH? How they are acting? Now children, this FSH is a very important hormone which is useful in the development of the follicles. Children, if you remember, if I go back to this diagram, this FSH is acting on the primary follicle after attaining puberty. Now, this primary follicle will develop into secondary and tertiary follicle and will develop into Graafian follicle by the action of FSH. So this hormone is converting the primary follicle into mature Graafian follicle. Now this Graafian follicle, as soon as they are formed, this Graafian follicle will be start releasing estrogen hormone. Always remember children that in the beginning, in the initial stage, before the ovulation, your Graafian follicle will be releasing estrogen, and this estrogen helps in making the endometrium layer thick. I told you all that during the menstrual cycle, when the procedure, when the development of your follicles are going on inside the ovary, similarly simultaneously on the other side inside the uterus, the endometrium is also getting prepared by getting thick. So this thickness is supported by the hormone estrogen in the beginning, and this estrogen helps the endometrium to become thick up to 2 to 3 mm thick. The thickness of the endometrium grows up to 2 to 3 mm. So this function is supported by follicular stimulating hormone. I'll repeat again that this FSH is supporting the primary follicle to change into secondary and tertiary follicle, and finally this tertiary follicle develops into Graafian follicle, and Graafian follicle releases estrogen, and this estrogen supports the endometrium lining to become thick up to 2 to 3 mm. Now children, what is the role of luteinizing hormone? The function of luteinizing hormone is to cause ovulation. Now, what was ovulation? Ovulation was a process during which the secondary oocyte was coming out from the mature Graafian follicle. So, the release of ovum, the release of secondary oocyte from the Graafian follicle into the oviduct is called as ovulation, and this process is supported by luteinizing hormone, LH hormone, and this is why this luteinizing hormone at the time when your large amount of luteinizing hormone is secreted, the ovulation process takes place. Now this LH hormone, it behaves like a hammer. It is breaking. This luteinizing hormone is breaking the Graafian follicle so that the ovum can be oozed out, so that your secondary oocyte can come out from the Graafian follicle and enter into the oviduct. And children, this process occurs during the 14th day of cycle. Now this is little confusing. Part by part I will be explaining the 28 to 29 days cycle. There you will be understanding that how this LH hormone is acting like a hammer on the Graafian follicle so that the secondary oocyte can come out and enter into the oviduct and can wait there for the sperms to get fertilized. Now children, let us move to the stages of the menstrual cycle. Now children, let us move ahead with different stages of the menstrual cycle. Now, during the average duration of 28 days, this menstrual cycle is consisting of 3 phases. Now these 3 phases are menstrual phase, which is also called as menses, which ends for 3 to 5 days of the cycle. Now, the second phase is follicular phase, which is also called as proliferative phase. It starts after menses and it ends till 14th day of the cycle. Then the third phase is luteal phase, which is also called as secretory phase, and it begins from the 15th day and ends till 28th to 29th day of the cycle. So children, this is 1 month period during which your days, according to the days, your menstrual cycle has been divided into 3 phases, that is your menstrual phase, follicular phase, luteal phase. Now children, why do we call the follicular phase as a proliferative phase? Follicular phase, by the name you can understand that the development of the follicles, the development of primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, and finally into the mature follicle, which is called Graafian follicle. So that is why during this follicular phase, the development of the follicles are being taken place. That is why the stage is called as follicular phase. But why it is called as proliferative? Proliferative means development. It is getting proliferated. It is getting developed. It is getting obviously developed only. When if you consider the structure of primary follicle, you can see that on the primary follicle, the granulosa cells are getting enclosed. Now if you move ahead with the secondary follicle, you will be seeing that the second layer of granulosa cells have been arranged. Then again, if I am moving to the tertiary follicle, the third layer of the granulosa cell has been arranged. So slowly, the layers are getting Now, the third phase is the luteal phase, or it is also called as secretory phase. Why we are calling it luteal phase? Let us know that. Now children, the same secondary oocyte after ovulation, when it has entered into the oviduct, the Graafian follicle is left. Now there are two fate of Graafian follicle. If the fertilization occurs, it will be changing into corpus luteum, and corpus luteum is responsible for the secretion of progesterone hormone, and if fertilization is not taking place, then it will change into corpus albinicans, which is a white scar-like structure which will slowly degenerate. So this was there. So children, luteal phase, you can understand that your luteum, corpus luteum is getting formed. That is why it is called as luteal phase. But why it is called as secretory phase? Secretory because as soon as the corpus luteum is getting developed, it is starting releasing, it starts releasing your progesterone hormone, which is utilized during the whole pregnancy period. So now let us discuss these three phases in detail. Children, I told you all that there are three phases, and the phase starts with the menstrual cycle, menstrual phase. But I will not start the phases with the menstrual. I will start explaining the phase from the follicular phase, because the cycle will ultimately reach to the menstrual phase only. So let us now start with the development of the follicles during the follicular phase. Now children, I have discussed before that how the development of the follicles are taking place. So let us now go through the theory, then I will be explaining the most important diagram of the NCERT book, which has been shown there in form of graph. Now here children, this follicular phase is encouraged by FSH. I told you that follicular stimulating hormone is secreted by the anterior pituitary lobe, and this FSH is activating on the primary follicles so that the primary follicle can develop into mature Graafian follicle. So this FSH is stimulating the ovarian follicles to secrete estrogen. So here FSH is encouraging the development of the follicles into Graafian follicle, as well as it is also allowing the Graafian follicle to secrete estrogen hormones. Children, somewhere you might be seeing written oestrogen, O-E-S-T-R-O-G-E-N. So that is also correct. So your Graafian follicle will start secreting estrogen hormone because of the secretion of FSH. Now this estrogen will stimulate the proliferation of the endometrium of the uterine wall. I told you all that follicular phase is also called as proliferative phase, because here the follicles are getting developed into primary, secondary, tertiary and Graafian, and it is also called as proliferative. Why? Because this estrogen hormone on the other side, when it is secreted from the Graafian follicle, it will support the endometrium to become thick. So where on one side your follicles are developing, on the second side your endometrium thickness is also growing. So both the side your development is taking place, both the side your structures are growing, they are taking growth. So proliferation is going on. So this estrogen hormone secreted by the ovarian follicle will help the endometrium wall to become thick. So children, this was your follicular phase. Now children, there is one more phase in the follicular phase event only, which is called as ovulatory phase. Now let us move to the ovulatory phase. But children, don't get confused that your menstrual cycle is having 4 phases. It is having 3 phases only. That is your menstrual phase, then your follicular phase and your luteal phase. But within the follicular phase, another phase is present, and that phase is called as ovulatory phase. Now children, I am moving to the next phase of the follicular phase only, which is your ovulatory phase. You can see that follicular phase is only moving into the ovulatory phase. Now children, you might be thinking that it is little complicated, but little later you will be understanding the whole process easily when the graph will be explained to you all. First I am going through the theory only. So this ovulatory phase, what happens during that? When the follicular phase increases, when it moves ahead. Now during this phase, your FSH was getting secreted so that the proliferation of the follicles and the endometrium was going on. Simultaneously on the same side, on the 14th day of the cycle, in the middle of the menstrual cycle, suddenly there a fast secretion of LH starts. LH means luteinizing hormone. When the cycle is going on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, similarly your 28 days cycle is there, and the mid of the cycle, that is your 14th day or 15th day. But generally it is considered as 14th day only. So in the mid of the cycle, during the 14th day of the cycle, suddenly this LH secretes. And this LH, what it helps? It helps in rupturing the Graafian follicle, as I have discussed before. That your LH, luteinizing hormone, which is secreted by anterior pituitary lobe, when it starts getting released, secreted, your secondary oocyte comes out from the Graafian follicle, and this process is called ovulation. So that only I have mentioned over here. Now children, always remember, this is very important, that during ovulation process, that whether your secondary oocyte is coming out ovulated or your mature ovum is being ovulated, a multiple choice question is being asked. So very important, it is not mature ovum, it is your secondary oocyte which has been arrested in the meiosis second phase. So here this action occurs because of the secretion of LH. At the 14th day children, this LH secretion, immediately there is a rapid secretion takes place, and this LH, I told you all that it behaves like hammer on the Graafian follicle. If this is a Graafian follicle, so this if this is a Graafian follicle children, so this hammer called as LH hormone, it will beat, it will give a huge beat on the Graafian follicle, and the secondary oocyte will be coming out, it will be ovulating into the oviduct. So children, this happens during the ovulatory phase of the follicular phase. Now children, we shall move to the luteal phase. Now children, moving to the next phase, your luteal phase or secretory phase. Now, this phase occurs in between the cycle of 15th to 28th day. It means children that after 5th to 6th days children, your follicular stage was started. Now after that, in between the 14th day, your it was follicular and ovulatory phase was there. Now this luteal phase is after ovulatory phase, after follicular phase. That is it starts from 15th to 28th day. Now this phase is what? It is after ovulation. And what happens after ovulation? Oocyte enters into the oviduct, and your Graafian follicle is left inside the ovary. Now the changes which are taking place inside the ovary within the Graafian follicle is the phase of luteal phase. So what is written here? After ovulation, Graafian follicle changes into corpus luteum. Now I think it must be learnt by you all. Every time I am repeating the same thing, that after the ovulation, Graafian follicle is changing into corpus luteum. So here this change occurs during the secretory phase, during the luteal phase. Now what will happen? This corpus luteum will develop, it will again get repaired, and it will start secreting progesterone hormone. And I told you children, this progesterone hormone is also called as pregnancy hormone. Why? Because throughout the gestation period, all throughout the 9-month of developmental period of the pregnancy period, this progesterone plays an important role. Now, before I have told you that estrogen which was secreted by the FSH was allowing the proliferation of endometrium layer of the uterus. About 2 to 3 mm thickness it was increasing. Now children, this progesterone adds to that function and it also helps in increasing the endometrium thickness up to 6 to 7 mm thick. Now when it was in a follicular stage, your Graafian follicle was secreting estrogen hormone. But when your corpus luteum has formed, this corpus luteum will secrete progesterone, and this progesterone will also support the thickness of endometrium to increase up to 6 to 7 mm thick when during the implantation process, so that very nicely the implantation process can take place. Now children, what is implantation? Implantation is embedment of the zygote into the endometrium, and children, this process will take place only after fertilization. So children, during your luteal phase, your progesterone hormone is secreted, hence it is called as secretory phase. During the luteal phase, corpus luteum is formed, that is why it is called as luteal phase. And now children, I hope that you have understood these phases, that what are the changes in the follicular chain during the development of the follicles, what are the phases which are taking place. Now children, after this luteal phase, now what will happen? Menstruation will start if fertilization doesn't occur. I told you that if fertilization will occur, the corpus luteum will secrete progesterone hormone throughout the pregnancy period. But if sperm is not available in the oviduct, fertilization will not take place, then the Graafian follicle, the corpus luteum will degenerate in form of corpus albunicus. And when this corpus albunicus is developed, then what happens? It happens that your menstruation takes place. It means that fertilization didn't take place, and all the preparations which have been taking place throughout the cycle will be destroyed now. Now, the destruction will be in the form of rupture of the blood vessels present within the endometrium layer. The damage of the endometrium will take place. It will also, the layer will shade off, and the oocyte which was within the oviduct, that will also get damaged. That will also get ruptured. And all these structures, the damaged oocyte, the damaged blood vessels, and the damaged endometrium layer, the shade of the endometrium layer, all of these materials will be thrown out, excluded out from the body through the vagina part of the females during the menstrual phase. Now children, the cycle started with the menstrual phase. Fertilization didn't took place. Your oocyte, endometrium, blood vessels all got ruptured. They shaded off they were excluded through the vagina in form of menstrual cycle. Menstrual was over after 3 to 5 days. Then again your development of the next ovum started, primary follicle started into primary, secondary, tertiary and Graafian follicle, which was the stage of follicular development, proliferative development. Then this proliferative development after that changed into your luteal phase to convert into corpus luteum, because the body will be getting prepared for the sperm to receive and for the fertilization process. But if the fertilization doesn't take place, then again the cycle will repeat the menstruation phase. So children, hope you have understood that the first stage was follicular phase, the second stage was luteal phase, and the third phase will move to the menstrual phase. The phase started with menstrual, then move to follicular, then move to luteal, and again it will move to the menstrual phase. Children, this was the whole explanation of the theoretical part for the menstrual cycle process. Now I'll explain the process along with the graph, which is very important for the point of board exam also and for the point of competitive exams also. Now children, let us move to the most important part of this cycle, is the explanation of this graph. And nowadays it has become a new trend of CBSE board exams. The questions are mainly arised from this graph only. Different activities are mentioned and the questions are graphed from this pattern only. Children, before explaining this, I want you all to open your NCERT book beside you with the page opened with this graph, so that you can understand the phases, the changes and the explanation very nicely. So hope you have opened your book, and now let us start with the explanation of this topic. Now children, there are various aspects which I have shown on the board. Now I start with the bottom level. On one hand I have written menstruation, then your follicular phase, then your luteal phase, and then it is again menstruation phase. Just before explaining this topic, I have told you all that the cycle starts with menstruation and it ends with menstruation, and in between there are follicular phase and luteal phase. This follicular phase will be having your ovulatory phase also, but there are main three phases: menstruation phase, follicular phase, which is also called as proliferative phase, then your luteal phase, which is also called as your secretory phase, then again your menstruation, which is called as menses. Now children, on this side you can see that I have mentioned from bottom uterine event. This is the all event, these are the all changes which are taking place inside the uterus. Then this is your hormone, ovarian hormone event. There are two types of hormones, estrogen and progesterone, which are secreted from the ovaries, structures like Graafian follicle and your corpus luteum. Estrogen is secreted from the Graafian follicle and progesterone is secreted from the corpus luteum, and both of these structures are located inside the ovary. So this segment is called as ovarian hormone event. Now children, on the third segment you can see that I have mentioned follicular event. Now during the follicular event, we will be trying to understand the development of the follicles, which we have discussed a lot before, that this is your primordial follicle, then your primary follicle, then your developing follicles like your changing into secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, then changing into Graafian follicle. Then Graafian follicle, mid of the month on the 14th day, ovulation will occur. Secondary oocyte will be ovulated into the oviduct. Development after 14th day, your development of corpus luteum. If fertilization doesn't occur, then your regression of corpus luteum. It means that corpus luteum will be getting destroyed. Regression of corpus luteum, and then at last formation of corpus albonicus. So this children was all the events of the development of the follicles. Now moving to the last segment, that is your pituitary gland hormone event, and you know that there are two hormones which are secreted from the pituitary gland, and they are your luteinizing hormone and your follicular stimulating hormone. So children, with the blue color I have mentioned your FSH, and with the black color I have mentioned your LH. Now children, this was the all of the events which have been shown. Now, this menses period with red color I have shown, it is a cycle of 3 to 5 days. Then this whole graph have been divided by this dotted line, and this dotted line is up to your 14th day. 14th day. Now after this line, after the 14th day is your 15 to 28 to 29 days. Then your next menses. So children, this was the whole 1 month period, whole cyclic period, which has been shown into different event form. Now let me explain, make it clear that what this graph wants to say. Now keep looking towards your book and try to understand that what the graph is saying. This is very important. Now children, the cycle starts with menstruation, and menstruation is what? Menstruation is a process of bleeding through vagina, through which the materials like secondary oocyte, destroyed secondary oocyte, your shade of endometrium and the blood vessels developed, they all are thrown out, excluded out in form of bleeding through vagina. So that period is of 3 to 5 days and called as menses, and the cycle starts with menstruation. Now children, after the first menstruation, now the endometrium layers will start proliferating. It means that the secretion, it means that the development of the endometrium will begin. Similarly, simultaneously on the other side, the development of follicles will also develop. Now children, when the follicles like primary, secondary, tertiary and Graafian follicles are being developed, during those periods, your development of uterine layer is also taking place. Endometrium is also taking place with the help of estrogen hormones. When the Graafian follicles are being developed, now Graafian follicles start secreting estrogen hormone, and estrogen starts proliferating the endometrium layer up to your thickness of 2 to 3 mm thick. So this endometrium layer is growing. Now the section has reached to the 14th day. 14th day, the mid of the month. Now what happens here in the mid of the month? Now children, here this LH hormone in the mid of the month, pituitary hormone event. This luteinizing hormone will behave like hammer, I told you, and it will hammer the Graafian follicle, and due to which this secondary oocyte will ovulate into the oviduct, and this process is called as LH surge. This is called as LH surge. LH surge is a process of hammering of it is a process of the peak. You can see that at this level the LH is at the most peak. It is at the highest peak. So suddenly from the beginning you can see that LH is at the lowest level. FSH is working. FSH is allowing the development of the follicles, but LH is not having any role. But suddenly when the follicular development reaches to the mid of the month, 14th day, then suddenly this LH secretes in a very high peak, and this peak is called as LH surge, and this LH surge activates the rupturing of the Graafian follicle, due to which the ovulation process takes place and your secondary oocyte oozes out, ovulates out into the oviduct and waits inside the oviduct for the sperms to come so that the fertilization process can take place. Now, oh children, this much is clear to you all. Now what happens that it is not necessary that always in the process your sperm will be available in the oviduct. It is not necessary. So when sperm is not available, then what will happen to the secondary oocyte? The secondary oocyte will degenerate. Children, if you remember, I told you recall that this secondary oocyte or the ovum or the egg inside the oviduct, it waits there for the sperm for about 24 hours so that the fertilization can take place. But within that 24 hours, if sperm is not available, then your destruction is going to take place. And what will be the destruction in form? Your secondary oocyte will be getting destroyed. The endometrium, which was being prepared in the thickness, that thickness of the endometrium will also get shed off. In mid of that, what was happening? These blood vessels which was developing, these blood vessels will also degenerate. And after the ovulation, the changes will take place. Now the first change which takes place, if suppose your ovulation is there and your oocyte is in the, secondary oocyte is in the oviduct. Now the changes inside the ovary, your corpus luteum will form and this corpus luteum will be secreting progesterone. And this progesterone will also help in increasing the layer of your endometrium. So you can see that here you can see that this progesterone is secreted with red color I have shown. This is being secreted and when it is at highest peak, here I have shown it is at steady. There is no role of progesterone because progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum and corpus luteum is formed only after the ovulation. So here your progesterone is not playing any role. But after ovulation, when the corpus luteum is formed, this goes to the peak point and it develops the endometrium thickness, it proliferates the endometrium thickness into 6 to 7 mm thickness. It prepares more. It waits so that the fertilization can take place. But if fertilization is not taking place, then this corpus luteum will be regretted and it will be changing into corpus albulicans. The role of progesterone will also fall down and here your LH and FSH work will also be no more left over. So it will also fall down and this layer will be of the endometrium layer on the blood vessels and this secondary oocyte will get shed off, it will be get destroyed and it will be excluded again in form of bleeding through vagina by the process of next menstruation, that is your menses. Hope children, this whole cycle is clear to you all. I have tried to explain this whole menstrual cycle, which is a very exclusive event among the females in a very descriptive manner with small points taking into consideration. I have tried to explain you all theoretically also. I have explained it with the help of diagram also and I have explained now with the help of graph also. And this graph, children, is very important. So please pay attention to it. Thank you.